morning. It's Thursday, July 13th. And for those of you who are out there and have a lot of spare time and lean a little bit to the right, I have information for you that you might find very interesting and profitable. Because as I mentioned last week, the rules for getting into the presidential primaries, the Republican presidential primaries specifically, involved gathering up donors and victims from many different places. There were certain parameters that had to be met. And so what's happened is that many of the candidates are searching for these particular kinds of people, and they need help to find the people who are going to be contributing to their campaign. So let me tell you what some of them are doing as they are effectively scrambling for a spot on next month's debate stage. These candidates have come up with some very, very interesting ways to raise money because they desperately need that money and those donors in order for them to be there and present their case to the American people. So this looks to me like sort of a form of bribery. But maybe it's just offering a job to people, bail out some innocent people who are in dire straits right now because some robot has taken their job or something like that, Who knows why people will step to the plate and do this? There are many who will do this because they believe in the cause, because they believe in the right of center government that the Republicans represent right now. So let me tell you some of these ideas that the candidates have come up with in order to gather their minions to help them raise their money and their donors. First, we have North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum, who is offering a $20 gift card to people who donate at least $1 to his presidential campaign. I never heard of Doug Burgum. So why would I go and do this? I give him $1, he gives me $20 gifts to this. I gotta really be hard up for that kind of deal for a virtual unknown, right? I bet you if you go up to people on the street and you ask them who Doug Burgum is, they won't know. I never heard of the guy. He's a little-known North Dakota governor. And then we have the very wealthy Vivek Ramaswamy, who has promised grassroots fundraisers a 10% cut of the money they bring into his campaign. So if you're out there hustling for Vivek, you're going to get 10% of everything you can get. So that's pretty amazing when you think about it. There's something called electoral clientelism, and that's a form of buying votes. So are these people who are helping these candidates get on the ballot stage, is that a form of electoral clientelism? Are these candidates so desperate that they need to buy these votes? Now there's nothing illegal about this activity, it seems. Because when a candidate distributes money or resources to a voter in an upcoming election with the expectation that that voter votes for the actor handing out the monetary rewards, there's nothing illegal about that. We even have this term called electoral clientelism or patronage politics. What a deal. So I think this group of Republican candidates gone over the wall with this particular methodology. And I think it's pure madness that they're letting the public in on this idea. Because if I was going to be a voter for one of these guys, I certainly would hustle around and try and get some money out of the deal. If people are getting money to vote for their votes, that's a tremendous deal. Voting is a privilege in this country. It should be done without any monetary interference. But these are desperate people, desperate enough to pay somebody to help them get on the ballot. How about that? That's a form of bribery. And we don't bribe people to vote for us. We're supposed to be fine, upstanding citizens, the cream of the crop. Well, it looks like we're the crap of the cream. So if you look at the reality of the situation, the reality is that raising money takes a lot of money. And it distorts the process when you care more about the number of donors and the geographic distribution of those donors than about the money. So you're pissing money away to get voters, but you need certain voters in certain regions in order to get on the ballot. And the campaign receives some of that money, and the candidate receives some of that money. And what do the guys get? A couple of bucks to get more voters. But if you haven't got much to do because you've been put out of work by some robot, this is an ideal situation for you. You go around and canvass the neighborhood and raise money for whatever candidate. You can even raise money for 5 or 6 different candidates and collect a $20 gift card from one guy and 10% from the other guy. And you really don't care if these guys are good for this country. It's obviously, in my mind, a form of bribery. So if we have a bunch of Republican candidates practicing bribery wide open like this under the term electoral clientelism, or if you prefer, patronage politics. And there are many out there who think that this is illegal, but not Burgum. Burgum says these are Biden economic relief cards, and they're given in the form of a Visa card or a MasterCard. They're gift cards, and he's giving them out to 50,000 donors. Now, this guy, Burgum, is rich in his own right. He made a lot of money as an executive in tech, right? Imagine that. Tech is taking over the world. So this is a better deal than you are seeing during the Amazon Prime Day, he claimed. Well, it would be a better deal. I don't really have to do anything, and I'm going to get a gift card. And not if I go to every one of these candidates and put my name down. Do I get something from 10 or 15 candidates? How about that? How about the fact that my name is on 10 or 15 of these lists? And I collected a gift card from somebody and 10% from somebody else and 20%. Isn't that buying the vote? Isn't that illegal? Doesn't seem that these Republicans think it's illegal. The fundraising appeals were aimed at securing a spot on the debate stage. It wasn't like he has won the election because of this. So is that a fine point under the law? I cheated to get on the debate stage, but I'm going to be a good guy when I'm in office? I don't think so. I think this thing smells pretty bad, and I think it's a tremendously bad reflection on the personalities of these Republican candidates who are engaging in this activity. It's a form of thievery in my mind. But I'll leave you with that crazy note. Buying votes, plain and simple.